Hey, what's up, B? OPERATIONiDROID here, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get Pokemon Prism on your iOS device. Now, for those that don't know, Pokemon Prism is one of the most anticipated Pokemon ROM hacks of this year, and has actually been in production for over 8 years. This game is truly amazing, featuring a complete new storyline with a new region, 252 Pokemon from different generations, the ability to play as your Pokemon, customize your trainer, and much more. I cannot wait to show you all how to get this on your iOS device, and if you all are excited as well, please hit that like button as it helps out the video tremendously and I truly appreciate it. But now, without any further ado, let's head into the tutorial. Alright, getting Pokemon Prism is very simple, but it does require a Game Boy Color emulator. And if you're on an iOS device, there's two options to do this. There's Gameplay Color and GBA for iOS. Whichever one you want to use is up to you. And first, I'll be showing you how to get Gameplay Color. So if you want to get GBA for iOS or already have one of these two emulators, you can skip ahead. Nevertheless, to get Gameplay Color, open Safari and type in the URL emulators.com, switch to the app section, find Gameplay Color and head to the website. Then scroll down and click Play Now. From here, what you want to do is follow the instructions on screen. Click on the square with the arrow on it, the share button, and then hit Add to home screen. Then you'll get a Gameplay Color icon on your home screen once you click Add. Now, this is a web app, so that means that Apple can never shut this down, and it does work offline without an internet connection once you have your games downloaded into the app. Nevertheless, to make this app function, you will need an additional app, which is Google Drive, which if you do not have it, you can easily find it on the App Store by searching Google Drive. Now, this does require a Gmail account in order to sign into a Google Drive account, so if you do not have one, you can sign up for one. But if you're on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you have a Gmail account, so just enter your credentials and sign in, because we'll be needing a Google Drive account on your iOS device in order to get Gameplay Color to work. So once you're signed in, you can exit the Google Drive application and head back to the Gameplay Color web app. Once you arrive at the Gameplay Color web app, it'll say to sign in with the Google Drive icon next to it. So go ahead and click on that and it'll shoot you straight to Safari, and it'll ask you to sign into your Gmail account again. So make sure you sign into the same Gmail account that you used in the Google Drive account. And once you have your credentials in there, we can copy the access code that we have on screen once you allow offline access to Gameplay Color. So click and hold on that code there, make sure you select it all and copy, then head back to the Gameplay Color web app and enter the access code. Once you've done that, you can click continue, and you probably won't have any games if you've never used Gameplay Color in the past. Of course I have, and that's why I have these games here, and I'll be showing you how to get Pokemon Prism into Gameplay Color. But before we do that, let's show the others how you can get GBA for iOS, another Game Boy Color emulator. And you can do it the same way by heading to Safari, typing in the URL emulators.com, switching to the app section, clicking on GBA for iOS, and heading to its dedicated page. From here, you can click on GBA for iOS and go through all the install prompts until you get the final install here, and go ahead and click install, and it will begin to install onto your home screen just like any other application. However, keep in mind that sometimes this will not install, and if you get that message, then you can try again in a couple days or use Gameplay Color. And that Apple can shut this application down at any time, and that's one of the reasons why it will not install, or in the future it may stop working for you. But once you get the application, it'll ask you to trust it, so head to your settings, go to General, then Device Management or Profiles and Device Management, find the Enterprise App Certificate for GBA for iOS and go ahead and trust it. Once you've done that, you'll have access to GBA for iOS, and if you used it before, then you know what to do, but I highly recommend that you turn on Dropbox Sync by clicking on the gear at the top left and then scrolling down to Dropbox Sync and entering your Dropbox information. The reason you want to use Dropbox Sync is whenever GBA for iOS stops working, your saves will still be in Dropbox Sync if you linked your Dropbox account. So when you reinstall GBA for iOS in the future, you will still have your saves if you turn on Dropbox Sync again. So make sure you do that if you want to keep your saves. Now that we have our Game Boy Color emulators, whether it's GBA for iOS or Gameplay Color, getting Pokemon Prism is the same for both. You want to open Safari and type in the URL OPERATIONiDROID.com, then switch to the Games section and scroll down to the GBC Rom Hacks where you'll see Pokemon Prism, which is new and was just updated with a ton of awesome features, and this game is truly amazing. You can read all about it in the description and features here. However, if you want to download it, all you have to do is click the download button, and the download will be pretty fast. You can see your progress by the blue bar at the top, and once it's done, it'll give you a screen like this. If you have GBA for iOS, then all you have to do is copy to GBA for iOS, and your game will now be listed between your games, and to play it, all you have to do is click on it. However, if you're using Gameplay Color, you're actually going to click on More and hit Copy to Drive, and this will add Pokemon Prism to your drive by clicking Save, and here is where you'll be able to access it via Gameplay Color. So once you have Pokemon Prism in your Google Drive, you can head back to Gameplay Color, and when you swipe to the left and view your games, you'll see that Pokemon Prism is there. You have to click on it in order to download it into Gameplay Color, and once you've done that, you'll have access to play it offline at any time. And of course, if you want to get the cool box art images on the cartridge like I have, it's very simple. All you have to do is go on Safari, find the box art for Pokemon Prism, which I have linked in the description so you don't have to search for it, then save it to your device, upload it to Google Drive, and in order to get the box art to appear on the actual Pokemon Prism game, you have to make sure that the name of Pokemon Prism and the name of the artwork are the same with the extensions in lowercase. So as you can see, I named it Pokemon Prism.jpg, and then I named the Pokemon Prism ROM Pokemon Prism.gbc, and then you'll see that you'll have the box art on your cartridge. Of course, there's some cool settings within Gameplay Color. It was recently updated in order to have a speed adjustment, which is really cool, so you can increase your speed if you'd like. If you have sound turned on, you can hear your sound by turning on the ringer. And of course, you can change the color of the Game Boy Color in the settings as well. Finally, I would like to mention, if you are using Gameplay Color, whenever you exit the application, you'll have to reload the game just like if it was a real Game Boy. So before you exit the game, whether it is you're going home or you're using the multitasking, or even if you receive a call, make sure that you save. So always save before exiting the application so you don't lose any of your progress. And if you get a call while you're playing Gameplay Color, decline the call, save, and then call back whoever it was that it was calling you so that you don't lose your progress. And this of course is one of the downsides to Gameplay Color as opposed to GBA for iOS, but Gameplay Color is permanent and you'll be able to play through all of Pokemon Prism on your iOS device without any interruptions, which is pretty awesome. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like, as it's greatly appreciated, as well as comment down below what your thoughts on Pokemon Prism are. I think this game is amazing, and I would love to hear what you all have to say as I read all the comments. Finally, if you are new to the channel and you have not subscribed already, I highly recommend you do so by clicking on my icon on screen now to be notified whenever I upload a video, because I'll be uploading another video next weekend, and you can check out yesterday's by clicking on the video on screen now. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and welcome to the operation.